Lesson 2-5, percent of change. Okay, as you can see, there's a changing from 15 to 18. The numbers changing, increasing, either increasing or decreasing, but they want this decreasing or increasing into percent. That's why we call percent of change. Now, before we finding the percent of change, let's try to identify whether the change is an increase or decrease. Okay, number one, from 15 to 18, this is increasing. We put in a short term increase. Say increase. 100 to 140, this one also increase. Now from 15.6 to 11.7, this is a decrease, going down. 125 to 87.5, this is also decrease. Decrease. 132 to 125.4, this is also decrease. And the last one, 1.6 hours to 0.95 hour, this is also decrease, going down. Now, after you identify this part, let's try to find the percent of increase or decrease. So here's the formula. Now to find the percent decrease or increase, you use the final value minus the initial value, and you divide by the initial, and then you times with 100. Your answer will be as in percent. So again, in this case, you will have 18, that's the final, minus the initial, which is 15, and then you divide by 15. So 18 minus 15 give you 3. So when you have this one as 3 divided by 15, that will give you 20%. So you have 3 over 15, 1 over 5, 20%. Okay, this 140 minus 100. So you have 40, so 40 divides 100, and you times by 100, you will have this one as 40%, increasing. Now for this number 3, for number 3, you get 11.7 minus, so 11.7 minus 15.6, and then you divide. Once you get your answer, you divide by 15.6. After that, you times with 100. That will give you, well, if you can see, when you minus the smaller number minus the bigger number, it's going to be a negative. So you don't need to put negative. Let's say this is 25%. You don't need to put negative 25%. Because it's already indicated decreasing, which means going down. So since we already use the word decrease, we do not need to use the negative percent. So you simply just put 25% with the word decrease. You don't have to put the negative sign here. The rest of the problem, you have encountered the same thing. The smaller minus the bigger negative numbers. The smaller minus the bigger negative number is also a negative number. But since we already use the word decrease, so you do not need to use the negative sign to indicate it is decreasing. No need for that. Let's continue. I'm sorry. Let's continue to number 4, 5, and 6. Number 4 first. Number 4, 87.5, and you minus 125. Once you get your answer, you divide that answer by 225, and then you times it 100. That will give you 30%. Number 5, 125.4, 125.4, you minus 132. After you get your answer, you divide it by 132 and you times 100. You will have this as 5%. Number 6, 0.95 minus 1.6. Get your answer first. You divide by 1.6, you times with 100. That will give you, this is a 40.6. They say round to the nearest whole percent, so it's 41%. Okay, 41%. Now for number 7. Shoe sales for certain companies were $25.9 billion. Alright. Sales are expected to increase by about 20% in the next year. Find the project amount of shoe sale next year. Alright. So this part of the problem, originally you have this value, and this value increased by 20% next year. So what will be the value of next year sale after the 20% increase from this value? Now first of all, we need to find how much it increased in terms of dollars first. So in other words, we need to find 20% of this value. So to do this problem, I think we have learned this one before, but let me just remind you a little bit with this part. So all you need to do is use 25.9. Let's just forget about the $1 billion for the moment, and you multiply this by 0.2. So 25.9 multiplies with 0.2, that will give you 5.18. Since this is $1 billion, so $5.18 billion is increasing. Now once you find the number in terms of dollars increasing, this in dollars, of course $1 billion, $5.18 billion, this is the increase in terms of dollars, which represent 20% of this value. So to get the amount of project shoe sales for next year, all you need to do, you're using the original or the initial value plus the 20% increase, which is $5.18. When you plus $1 billion, when you plus together, you will have the amount shoe sale for next year. So 25.9 plus 5.18, that will give you 31.08 billion dollars. Number 8. Eva estimates that 425 songs will fit on her MP3 player. The actual amount of the song that is fit is 380 songs. Find the percent error. Okay, actually you do the same thing in this case. So you get the initial minus, the final minus the initial, or either way, and then you divide by this value right here. So 380 minus 475, and you divide by 475, you times it 100, you will get the percent error. So let me do this calculation. So you have 380, you minus 475, after that you divide 475 and you times it 100, that will give you a 20% error. Okay, number 9. the cost of the two sound system will decrease by $10. Alright, it decreased by $10. So this is the initial value. I think the original price. Alright, so this is going to be the original value or the original cost of the system. One system costs $90, another system costs $60, and all of the two systems decreased by $10. Which had a greater percent of decrease? We're just looking at this one together. You have a 10 over 90 or 1 over 9, and you have another one. You have the 10 over 60 or 1 over 6. Alright, so obviously, looking at this explanation, obviously, the original price of the sound system were the $90 sound system, let's say. Which had a greater percent. Okay, so the 60 is because 1 over 9 is smaller than 1 over 6. So 1 among 9 is smaller than 1 among 6. So therefore the $60 sound system, this is about sound system, your sound system has a greater percent of decrease, has a greater percent of decrease. Alright, this is done for lesson 2-5. Lesson 2-6, sales tax, tips and markup. Find the total cost to the nearest cent. Alright, this is the bill, $58, and you give 25 or 20% tip. Now you need to find you pay for the bill 58, and you also pay for the tip 20% of the bill. Now let's try to find 20% of this 58. How much will be in terms of dollars? So all you need to do, you use 58 times 20% or 0 times with 0.2 or 0.20. So 58 multiplied by 0.0.2, that will give you 11.6. So this one 11.60 as in dollars. So to find the total cost, you use the bill plus with the tip. So 58 plus with the tip, we use 11.60. So you totally pay $69.60. Same idea with this. This is $43. You pay 18% more of the 43. So let's find how much this 18% in terms of dollar first. So you need use 43 multiply with 0.18 in this case. So 43 times 0.18, that give you 7.74. So yeah, this is 7.74 in terms of dollars. So to find the total cost, $7.74 plus with 43, that will give you $50.74. Number 3, so you need to pay for tax when you buy computer. So 7% in tax of $1,500. How much will it be? So $1,500 multiplied by 27%, so 0.07. 1,500 multiplied with 0.07, that will give you $105. So it's totally cost by plussing with the 1,500 plus with, then it gives you $1,605. You totally pay for this. Now for shoes, you pay 46 for shoes and 2.9% of the price for tax. So let's try to find tax in terms of dollars first. So 46 multiply with 0.029. 46 times 0.029, that will give you 1.33. You have this $1.33, and you plus with 46, they give you $47.33. Number 5. Alright, haircut. Alright, haircut have tips as well. Alright, so you have $13 and give tip for 15% of the $13. So 13 multiply with 0.15 to get the tip that you give to your hairdresser at the barber shop. Alright, so 13 multiplied by 0.15, that give you 1.95. So 1.95 you plus with the price of the haircut 13, you will have 14.95. This is $14.95. Number 6, you pay 7.50 for meal and 6.5% for tax. So try to find the value of the tax first, how much you pay. Okay, so this is 7.50, you multiply with 0.065. 7.5 multiply with 0.065, that give you 0.49. So this is $0.49, and you plus with 7.50, that give you totally is around the nearest cent, so approximately $8 actually in this case. So like $8. Now for number 7. Number 7, this is 1 over 4 going to be 25. So like you have 7.25%. So you have 89.75 multiply with 0.0725 equal to 6.51. So your prepaid tax is 6.51 tax, and you plus this with the original, with the price you paid for the scooter. So 6.51 you plus with 89.75, that give you $96.26. Number 8, you buy yogurt garment, and this is a 75, not you buying, sorry, this is a 8.5 yogurt garment and 75% markup. Okay, they increase the price. So what will be the price after the markup, which means you increase the price by 75% of the original price. Let me try to find how much it increased first. So 8.5 multiplies 0.75, that gives you 6.38. So yeah, this is gonna be 6.375. This is the markup in the markup in terms of dollars. So to get the total cost after the markup, you get this value plus with 8.5. You plus with 8.5, that will give you $14.88. Number 9. Turu takes his dog to be groomed. The fee to groom the dog is $75. plus 6.75% tax. Okay, let me try to find how much it paid for tax first. So $75, you multiply with 0.0675. So 75 times with 0.0625, it give you 5 point, this for the tax, 5.0625 for the tax. Now is $80 enough for grooming his dog? So 75 plus with tax, that give you 8. So the total cost for this is gonna be $8.06 you need to pay for the service. So therefore $80 is not, so therefore $80 is not enough. Because the price is going to be 80.06. He has only $80, so it's not enough. He lacks 6 more cents to go to pay for the service. That's why it's not enough. Now let's continue. Number 10. Number 10. A restaurant bill comes to $28.35. Find the total cost of the tax is 6.25%, and a 20% tip is left on the amount before tax. Okay, so let's try to find each of this percent in terms of dollars first. So 6.25% of the original price of a bill in the restaurant. So you have 28.35. You multiply with 0.0625. That give you 1.77. So 1.77 is in terms of dollars. 20% tip, so you have 28.35. You times with 0.2, so the tip gonna be $5.67. That's for the tips. So to find the total cost, so all you need to do, use 28.35, that's the bill, and then you plus with tax, which is $1.77, and you plus with the tip, which is $5.67. Altogether, totally you pay $35.79. $35.79. Number 11. Number 11. Find the selling price of a $270 bicycle with a 24% markup. Okay, alright. So they try to mark the price up to for retail price. So let's see how much it being increased in terms of dollars. So $270 you multiply with the markup percent, which is 0.24. They give you 64.8. So 64.8. This is the markup price, 64.8. So to find the selling price using 64.8 plus with 270, so that give you the selling price will be $334.80. Number 12, selling price is $450, painting with a 45% markup. Alright, markup again, increasing the price. So let me try to find the increasing value in terms of dollars first. So you have 450, you multiply with 0.45, that will give you $202.5. That's for the markup price. Now to find the selling price, you plus this with 470. You plus with 450, not 70, 450, that will give you $652.50. Number 13, if a sofa set costs $178.90 with a tax rate of 5.75%, what is the sale tax on the set? Okay, set cost with a 0.75%. What is the sale tax on the set? Okay, asking for how much you pay for the tax. So we used we use 178.90 times with 0.0575. So 178.9 multiplied with 0.0575, that gives you $10.29 for tax. Okay, number 14. A store paid $10 for a bracelet and mark it up, and the markup is 115%. Customer will also pay a, sorry, it should not be dollar sign right here actually. The customer will also pay a 5.5% sale tax. What will be the total cost of the bracelet to the nearest cent? Now first of all, let's find the price, the selling price first. So we mark it up, the store, it's 115%. So $10 multiplied with 1.15. So again, this is into decimal. 10 multiplied with 1.15. That gives you 11.5. So this is 11.5 in terms of dollars. So you have $11.5. That's what the markup price. And you plus with the original price, which is 10. So plus with 10, that gives you a $21.5. So the selling price is 21. Keep in mind the selling price is $21.50. This for the selling price. Now customer will also pay 5.5% of the selling price when he buy the bracelet. So try to find the tax that the customer pay first. This one, pay with this value, pay tax to this value. So you have 21.50 multiplied with 0.055, because this is 5.5. After that, once you multiply it, you will have the tax that you need to pay, which is this for the tax to pay, $1.18. That's for the tax you need to pay. After the tax you need to pay, then he plus with the selling price that you need to buy. So which means that the customer will buy this bracelet and this price and pay tax with this value. So to get what is the total cost of the bracelet to the nearest cent, so all you need to do using the tax plus with the selling price. So 1.18 plus with the selling price, which is 21.5, that will give you $22.68. So this is going to be $22.68. Number 15, which is the last sections in lesson 2-6. The leather depot buy a coat with a supply for $90 wholesale and mark up the price by 40%. If the retail price is $134.82, what is the sale tax? Right, let's try to find the markup value first. So this is the original price and mark it up by 40%. So let me try to find how much it marked it up in the last term first. So for 90 multiply with 0.4 is equal to $36. So you mark it up by $36. Is equivalent to $36. So to find the total cost of this, 190 dollars plus 36, so plus 90, they give you $126. So the selling price is $126, but the retail price is this value. So to find the selling price, all you need to do, you're using this retail price minus the selling price, then you have your tax, sale tax. So 134.82 minus 126 is equal to $8.82 will be your sale tax. This is the end of our lesson 2-6.